So, we're back with Pokemon Platinum, as if it wasn't Pokemon Platinum 2.5 hours ago. This was my team as I left off. With a Riolu, now Lucaria, named Plo after the amazing Jedi, and evolved Zaku into Zaku Sha from Gundam. And still, I don't know the level of the Zapper. So unfortunately, grinding is gonna have to commence. Because even though I could likely beat the gym, the two that I would prefer to use for the gym aren't equipped enough, because one is too low leveled and the other doesn't do enough damage. Because it focuses so much on defense that he only has 67 attack. Meanwhile, I have one. I can only. But yeah, a level 45 Bastiodon has just above more attack than a Lucaria, a level 27. And also it does not get stabbed on a great move, so it would be great if it had an ability making it so that it could get stabbed forward, except it won't because it's steel and rock. Focuses way too much on defense alone. Because of how the grinding is going to go, and it's going to be quite fast, I'm going to have to apply copyright free music. In 3, 2, 1. With the music playing right now being the intro to Burnout 2, a game series that hasn't seen a revival in 3 years. I know, very sad. Especially when it's my favourite of all time. And that I need to play some of them more recently. Now, for the grinding, it's mostly just gonna be the 4 trainers here because they're about the highest level that I have access to. Like, I wish I did. I won't have to just only go over these 4, but the others are not gonna be like higher leveled. He's about the same level that Magnezone is. Like, you saw the 2 Gyarados, you might have. Well, I was going quite fast, but they were pretty much level 33. And they were faster, because Magnezone clearly is not the fastest. And still did quite a bit of damage despite using a resisted move. I wish I didn't have to do any form of grinding, but if I'm wanting my team to be roughly the same, I'm having to. And even though I could do it at normal speed, like MTV does it, he does his on a time limit. Mine is not a time limit, I just want the main battles to be shown. Not the grind, but I'm still gonna somewhat show them. Because I'm not exactly one to do grinding off screen. But if it was if it was an actual playthrough, then I would either have it sped up, but still play the normal speed, or just cut it out. I'll show in small parts of it, but most of it's not there. Because not everyone's interested in grinding. But also, more people are here, this would honestly just give me time to talk to people. Without having to focus too much on the game at hand. I mean, as of right now, copyright-free music, at least to my knowledge it is, because I've played it and I haven't been claimed for it. And I don't know if it will be, unless it's in limbo. Because if it's one of those things that's actually in limbo, that'll be funny. Because there's a lot of things that end up being in like copyright limbo where either no one knows who owns it properly, because it's like the original owners either sold it off or went bankrupt, meaning that at some point it would have gone into the domain. God, I forgot the term for it. Essentially, the domain where you can't claim copyright it on it. A public domain, that's what it is. The domain that you can easily say that Disney is quite scared of, because, well, they've been attempting to extend the laws on their characters for absolutely ages, making it so that even after Walt Disney's death, any creation of his can't be put in the public domain until decades later. But even after that, they're still gonna claim copyright. Because I think it was the 90s at some point that this Mickey Mouse was about to enter public domain, and then Disney came in with the lobbying money to, you know, scare off the lawyers trying to come after them, saying you can't try and claim this character. Why are these two fishermen not wanting to fight anymore? I know that they can be rebattled. Clearly it wants to take a while. I wonder how many other how many companies end up being like that, where they just want to hold on to their character's copyright forever, but know that they can't because it was already like the creator's death plus like 60 years or so. Or is that once they created that it's licensed for 60 years? I can't remember it entirely. Just that Disney is the main culprit of trying to extend the life of how long a company can keep hold of an intellectual property. Mainly because it's Disney and they have the money to do so. I mean, because they didn't have the money to buy almost every other company, then I can say that they really might not be able to. Well, two that they might not have the power to end up being like Nintendo and Amazon. Because there was definitely something that must have read a few years back, unless it was on Video Gaming, that Nintendo has enough stored money that they could like throw away a certain amount each year, and by the time they lose all of it, it would be like another 50 years or so. Just proving how much that they have. And then Amazon, well, Jeff Bezos pretty much is amongst the richest in the world. I mean, they won at capitalism, if anything. But it's not like any other isms would have been better because, well, because socialism, this could be completely wrong, somewhat turns into communism. Because I don't know that much about the isms, I just know capitalism gets complained a lot, making it seem like socialism is a much better deal. But then I end up saying that anything with an ism often does not work. Anyone trying to get into work doesn't know how things work. Really, I'm only getting the guitarist now? I mean, you still get decent XP from it. And also, I have noticed for the past few streams that a certain Mr. Reliable is not around, possibly because of school. But at least one. I know I'm not streaming on weekends just yet. I will. It'll likely be for either Saturday or Sunday. Have not figured out when, but soon. Can I get the other bloody fisherman? To, like, farm you? Cause I just won the XP. And then I can get on with the rest of the game. Okay, now I'm faster by being like, oh. Well, maybe I was faster because of level 31 and not level 33. Okay, so if I gotta talk about Pokemon stuff, Evolutions is coming soon, which is essentially just a new version of Origins, which means it'll be great. That's not sarcasm, great. That's actual. It will be great. I mean, there's also potential for there to be like a story concerning Japanese blue, which would be green over here, but I guess it's technically leaf, based on leaf green. Look, it's confusing because of how America decided to do things. When it was red and green initially, then it became red and blue, but then even though that somewhat changed, well, the game version of Gary changed his name from green to blue, then it also changed another character's name from blue to green, which means it's a bit fucky. Could you have one character named green in one region, but then there's also named blue internationally, and then the other is named blue in Japan, but would be green internationally? Because you can't just call him Gary, because the alternate universes may act similarly, but are not the same. They're just like parallel universes of each other. Because I guess you could say there's many parallel universes for Pokemon, like you have the games, and then you have, well, that as one, and then you have Gen 6 to 7 as another timeline, and possibly Gen 8 as a timeline that is completely different. Then you have the manga, that's its own separate universe. Then you have the anime. Then you also have the Misty Dungeon series. And also Swords Dance. Oh god, I don't, well. Would it be worth it when it's mostly gonna be first on special? No. What other ones could, okay. I guess XD and Colosseum. I guess they're not in separate universes to my knowledge, mostly just completely different regions, which wouldn't really cancel them out. Pokemon Snap's an odd one, because whether that's fair, then I guess Stadium Sim 2 are kind of in the main universe or not, I don't know. No one's done like a main, like an actual timeline for every single Pokemon game in existence. That isn't just, okay, a lot of the spin-offs are just in their own universe. Most of the game series are in their own, sometimes they split off into another. And now we're gonna have a game that's like 200 years before Gen 4 even starts. Which is interesting. And I guess some of the spin-offs that fit nowhere into the timeline, or just are technically for the anime, like Pokemon Puzzle League. Technically has stuff from the anime, but it doesn't really have any universe at all. And also, I'm guessing you could say chain card games, because there is two, like, originally two, one was never released internationally. First one was, but then after that, the rest were like more online stuff. I'm guessing that is, well, would they have to be in their own universe? Where Pokemon, instead of it being a game, is literally just trading cards. Oh, now we can actually get both fishermen to fight. I'll be faster than the cars. Haha. Still harvested that we haven't reached level 38 yet. Got to level 34 on Plocoon though. So we almost have every single one to level 40. It means to do that at all. Oh god, what else? If trying to find more Pokemon alternate universes than pinball? Because that seems like the two would be in well, the two would be in their own contained universe. I know it's not much to think about because there hasn't exactly been a new Pokemon Pinball or a new spin-off to the likes of X in Colosseum. But then what the fuck is Battle Revolution? Where's that? Because you could technically say that that is Stadium 3. I mean, people are not going to be saying that, but technically it is. Oh god, aren't there many others? Because I am not thinking of much, because I already covered the main ones of well, manga, anime, games, TCG, Misty Dungeon, and then the external ones like where do all the spin-offs that aren't just like the main ones go? And I guess Conquest is someone it's in the past, kind of, which I have not played. Because there's quite a few Pokemon spin-offs I've just not played. Either because I just don't have the system that they're on, or I haven't bought them yet. Because I haven't exactly bought Ruby and Sapphire Pinball, XEO Coliseum, a lot of the Misty Dungeons, because I think now they're ridiculously expensive, and then I've always have, because I remember in the past trying to look for. Well, I know it was difficult trying to find Explorers of Sky, because that's like the best Mystery Dungeon game, and yet IGN criticized it very harshly. How dare they? But pretty much it's the best one, and yet you can't find it. You just find people selling like Time and Darkness or something, or even Red and Blue, which I haven't played those either. Well, I mean, I've played Red, a bit of well, half of Blue, like actual Pokemon Red and Blue, but then Red Team, Blue Team. Like, I just haven't played them. I need to, because I sort of plan to attempt to get most Pokemon games that are actually available well, internationally, which just means that the collection is going to be massive, and it's pain in my side for some reason, but it's already a pain in the arse trying to get the mainline series, and yet trying to get all the spin-offs. Well, depending on what the spin-offs are, they might be easier or harder. Misty Dungeon, harder. Coliseum and XD, harder. Spin-offs, that end up being like smaller scale spin-offs, might be easier. Mainly because no one's trying to go after them, or because they didn't sell as well, they might be more difficult to come by. I don't know why you can't just talk to people like this. You have to actually go onto land. Just to be doing this over and over again. Mainly because I'm also seeing Pokemon level 36, and wow. Definitely going to level up quickly. I've been seeing as I've got this Avatar with level 40. Just makes sense. Oh, and I guess I could also say, unless I said it beforehand, that Pokemon games being rated PEGI 18 is just weird. And even though the gambling in the games is an actual gambling, because you're not paying any money to then get fake money to then gamble that fake money. You're using fake money to buy even more fake money to possibly gamble. And even though it can incite gambling problems and can lead on to gambling in real life, I don't know of any cases where that has happened, specifically with Pokemon, but it's still weird that that stuff gets rated PEGI 18, and yet loot boxes is completely fine. They still get fined and like completely banned in Belgium, but for some reason now they get to say PEGI free, even though in that case you're using real money to gamble. Just, well, using real money to buy fake money to actually gamble. where you are making a net loss instead of it just being a Pokemon where you buy the game and you just grind up the fake money like in many other games. We also, if they're trying to like any reference to any form of a casino or even slot machines, it's going to be rated an 18. I don't know if it is or people were just saying that as a joke because of how ludicrous it can seem at first. Then yet pretty much any casino stages in Sonic, gone. Anything even closer to that, like some of the slots in... Well, I know it's Super Mario 3D World. Like, I mean, they have slot machines, kind of. Well, I mean, they have very much like slot machines, but you don't put money into them, but no, they could be. Oh, okay, I guess in like a lot of mobile games because of gambling. Like if, but then that still doesn't work because then I mean NBA would have to be PEGI 18 because it literally has a slot machine. That should be PEGI 18 or just straight up removed, and yet somehow it's completely legal. And also, we are going to get the Zapper to level 40 now. Oh, you had the Tron game. Fuck you. And yes, if you can see on the bottom screen, I do just have my mons flying around in open space. I don't need that screen anymore, because it was mostly just for happiness. And I don't know why you can't just keep this held down. Because for some reason you have it on the dark version, you can't change it to the brighter one. Which you think at night you'd sort of want. Now we reach level 14 and that was a +5 in special attack. No, because that's 80 base power compared to 95. I'd rather not. Where is it still lowest level? Okay, not entirely. Now we are plugged into level 37. And learn Aura Swift. Its best move, near enough. It can get close combat. But hey, 90 base power. No accuracy drops are possible. Which means any sand attacks, gone. This was also Sonic X theme, so they slightly speed it up, and it honestly sounds slightly better than the actual one. I mean, the original one's great, anyways. But we almost have our entire team to level 40, which is my plan as of now. Just so I can have it be better prepared for Gyms 7, 8 and also all the rest of Team Galactic, because at some point I'm going to have to be tackling a lot of Team Galactic members. And also be facing Cyrus. So this may take a bit. I mean, it's bad timing for me to say this now. Pretty sure I said this earlier. If not, I do apologize. That it's grinding and everything will take forever to do. I mean, some of it being because I just don't have good movesets at all. Mostly on Emperor, just only Surf. If I had Ice Beam, be great. If I had a Steel type move, it. But the problem with this being Gen 4 and all, can't really have too many of one type. In fact, Gen 5 onwards is like would be a time when having multiple of the same type is actually acceptable. Because, you know, reusable teams instead of it being a single time use. So that if you want to have an entire team of like just ground types only using Earthquake and another Rock Slide occasionally, you can. This game, really difficult because who the fuck do I give Flash Cannon to? Because as much as I'd want to give it to Magnezone, because I usually do, at the same time, Empoleon has no Steel type move at all. And how about I just check? Does it learn any form of Steel type move? Because I still plan on giving it Ice Beam. Because it is still weird that Magnezone can learn Mirror Shot at level 46, and it's just not a good move. Still trying to find it, because in the group that I have, it's just too much. Here we go, Empoleon Gen 4 Lancer. What is the situation? Well, we get Steel Pack level 52. Does it make sense? Yes. Does it help it? No. But quite literally means that it can learn Flash Cannon, but it doesn't get any form of a Steel type move via level up. I don't know why. What's the point of making it Steel type if Metal Claw is the best it can do? And that is just not good enough. That's only 50 base power, and it's not even 100% accurate. Why? Also, where? Okay. Oh, now I know what Ice Beam is. Happens to be on the way outside of Mount Coroner up to that snowy area where the requires rock climb. Oh, you've got to be joking me. Come on! The only other option is by spending way too much in the game corner. Which means I can't get it until the 7th gym has been beaten to my knowledge. From what I can remember. Which is a question of why. Because a lot of questions I can just ask, like, why do I have to get even more bloody blue shards just so I can give Zen Headbutt to Bronzong? It could do quite well with extrasensory because of like somewhat decent special attack and A-based special, well, A-based damage. It has higher attacks, so I'd just rather have Zen Headbutt than the best physical psychic move. That's just not great. Because as much as, like, you know, Gen 4 did
still some parts where they just slip up. That isn't just, oh, 30 FPS only. I mean, because the gen before that, and Gen 3 was 60 entirely, and then afterwards they made 60 for the battles, and I think 60 across the board? At least I think they did for 3DS, I don't know. But you know, they also did slightly fuck up in movesets by not improving all of them. Either making it so that some were terrible from the start, or were slightly improved from previous generations but weren't even close to good. Like, it still improved it in like the moves that they got, didn't improve in when they got them. As you can still be stuck with a Pokemon that doesn't get a good move until the 40s. And in this case, that's like 6th gen. Which is just why? And we're still gonna have to do a bit more grinding just to get plugged into level 40. Because it's likely gonna mean that every other mon's gonna be 42 and above. Then we can challenge the gym properly. Okay, I don't want to be fighting you because you just have war types. And myself just is not powerful enough. Then again, Pound isn't either. All the time I had some soaked weird shit. I wonder what that is.
Okay, nothing. Back to the fucking grinding. This is taking forever to do. It's been almost an hour. Currently, I've heard nothing of my friends wanting to make off anything at all. Which is odd. Although I'm guessing that they're busy. Okay, wait. Why is it got +4 on attack? I know it's got beatable attack, but I don't want it to be that high. And now to switch over the bronze. And I also hope this song is also copyright free, because it technically is. Because I know it's infinite, but I found out. Great song, definitely not in Rocket League or anything. Sorry, pardon me. Can I just get these two? There we go. Okay, level 39. Oh, 105 in special attack, and HP. Got the triple threat. We're just not close enough for the quadruple threat. And we're not going to be close enough for the full 6. Because defense, special defense, not close enough. Okay, 41, but also still not there yet. God damn it. This grinding will soon be done over with, even though no one is here to watch. Come on, eventually gonna get some form of message from someone. Oh, that we're doing this. Join the VC. Eventually, I don't know. Do I really have to be fucking paralyzed? Even if it's not gonna matter anyways, because I can just get rid of it. If I can even get to the Pokemon Center without bumping into fucking everything on the way. Which arguably, if you think the amount of times that you hit something unintentionally on your bike in Pokemon, it would send you flying. Yeah, I'm guessing that's still not fucking enough. No, we are quite literally one off. Then we can do the actual fight. Now we can get the level. Level 5. Doesn't give us a new move though. But that's better than nothing. And I think I'm gonna have Laguna as the head of the team for this fight. I was holding the fist plate. Because I mean I can. If I had the black belt, which improves super effective moves, then I would, because then it fits thematically with its mega that it doesn't have anymore, but it does get in, I guess, 6 games. Okay, yeah, I definitely can now. Turn the copyright theme music off. I was recently just playing with the credits from Burnout 2. Combination of Bridge the Gap, Alternative Theme, and Dark Moon Rising. I say it's copyright free because it was made by the people who made it themselves. Made by the people who made the game, and it wasn't licensed. Not like Burnout 3, Legends, Revenge, Dominator, Paradise. Not like pretty much every other game that came afterwards, apart from the DS version of Burnout Legends. That one, because it was on the DS, had its own soundtrack. And was it good? No, but did I still play a lot of it when I was younger? Yes. And I'm hoping this battle goes well. Well, I mean, I have a lot of potions. And considering most steel types like to focus on physical defense rather than special defense. I know it's called defense, but I'm saying what I want to say. But pretty much because they focus too much on the physical stat, all spheres should be powerful enough to clean them out of the water. Really, Empoleon has the most? And I'm guessing Lucario is the fastest when I've got 2 that are really slow, 1 that was fast and is now kind of fast, 1 is sort of fast, 1's really fast. Oh my great, I went to the wrong one. This one. Because of how things work, you have to do the entire thing again, as if you've not been here. Why did I go to that one and not all the way on the one all the way here? And now to save because of how much progress I fucking did to make it so I'm seeing 20 hours. And I'm ready to face the gym.
Byron. Would it really kill them to have a Magnezone? Clearly they would have. Can the car just sweep through this entire gym? It's looking very much like it. Actually, because I want to make this more fun, how about I have Bastiodon versus Bastiodon? Because it's very much a last time because it's an iron wall versus yet another iron wall. And it's somehow faster than me. I'm 4 levels above it, and yet it's faster than me. It really is just trying to stall me out. Does that just have nothing that can beat me? Like nothing. Oh, has that. Can I just get the stat boost from this? Or is it impossible and it's managed to miss Stone Edge twice? That's really funny. Based on how many times I've missed moves like that. Can I get the crit? At this point I would actually want the crit. Said no, I make it so that it's on nothing. I'm going to be using all 5 ancient powers, but still be in a position of not get any stat bonuses from it because it's me. Oh god, really? That's a neutral hit? And yet it still did fuck all because of its high defense with increased defense? No, it's gonna get a crit off me and KO me with something. It's used Iron Defense, Taunt, and Stone Edge. I'm pretty sure it has a 4th move. Just really does not want to use it, does it? Clearly, I didn't realize that this would be so slow because somehow Abashi's on 4 levels older than me is faster than me. How was I supposed to predict that? Which, okay, now the Bastion should go down because it's not wanting to use another full restore. There we go. Finally. Oh, I didn't even get a level from it. Come on. Please give me some form of compensation. Yes, Flash Gun in a move that I really don't know who to give to. Because I have 3 candidates. All of them absolutely deserve it, and yet I don't know who. Like, all of them deserve it for different reasons. All completely different reasons, and which one is the most valid, I don't know. Okay, so let's go into this library and then do we go straight to why don't we go to one of the legs after this? Pretty sure it's Valor, like Valor? The one beside, well, the one in between Pastoria and Veilstone, that one. And then eventually have to go to Acrity. And then, well, unless that's the one, there's no point. But pretty much, there's one that was right at the start of the game, right next to Twin Leaf. One in between Veilstone and Pastoria, and one on the side of Snowpoint. Yeah, I already know this stuff. I'm waiting for the explosion to happen. Come on. Yeah, 3 legs. Just fill up and investigate them individually. Verity. Okay, so it is Verity, the one close to home, Acrity, the one up north, and Valor, the one to the east. There it is, in the doom has stopped on you all unharmed. Yeah, no other NPC reacted at all. Oh my god. No text. No. How dare you remove the subtitles? He's saying that to Barry, the one who fucking ran down the stairs. And also the player who often runs towards the stairs but then just walks when they get to the stairs.
Trevor wasn't a natural occurrence. Cartoon kids. Yeah, I totally don't know what happened. Tony haven't played this before. Tony don't know the story of the game. And I am going to be needing this because I'd rather make it a faster route for me to be able to get to Pastoria City, because it would take too long trying to do it on foot. But I'm also still wanting all my team to be present, and it would be quicker this way. At least I think it is to go from Pastoria to the lake, then going south from Veilstone. I don't 100% know. It just feels like it is. Unless it's an equal distance. If someone was here to say anything, it'd be great. Currently nothing when I know 4 people I know that don't watch my streams nearly all the time. I'm playing Split Game right now. Does this thing not happen until like end of the game? Like after you've already been the league? I just do not know. What I'm saying is quicker because it feels like you barely have to go anywhere at all. Because we're here right now. Yeah, you go straight into it like, oh, that's the Galactic building, isn't it? Same music you heard at the Valley Wind Works, and also the building in Turner City. And look, we've got someone with blue hair. I forgot what color it was because I was trying to say like it's cyan or something. There's something better close to civilization. Is that a town called Twinley? Don't disrespect the town, how dare you! Don't be saying you can roll into a place unopposed, and oh god, that was lag. Because I'm at 20 compared to 30, no wonder. Okay, now we can just go back to using almost as if I totally wasn't doing it earlier. If really for assurance was going to do anything, not insurance. What was I thinking? Insurance? I honestly don't know. Yes, it was clearly overwhelming that I barely had to do anything at all. And clearly there's something like, unless it was because I lowered the FPS and I haven't made it go up yet. But even Team Galactic has no use for Magic Artwork. You could train some of them to make them become Gyarados.
Your leader did it. So why can't you? Because, I mean, at least by level 15 it gets tackle. 5 levels later, oh, we can evolve into a really strong Pokemon. By level fucking 20. And we don't have everything to perfect it. Because obviously it's quad resisted, so Dark Balls go. Level 41. Still not gonna know any form of a new move. And of course, despite being a steel type, I've lost almost half my health. Is it probably because with flying types I'm only neutral? Oh, I really don't have much for you either. God dang it. Wow, this. Yep, blind being 25 base battle, almost all code it. Okay. It does fine even resist fine. I don't know why I'm in my head, I think it does. Except it doesn't. So the Hound has gone down easily, even though it really should be a Houndour by now. But then again, this is a Team Galactic run, he clearly doesn't know anything about evolution. I mean, it's a good thing one does not evolve like Glameow, because then it will become ugly and disgusting and revolting and surprisingly fast. I guess I'm still decent on power points because I know I'm going to be fighting at least one. How is it? It's supposed to be 30, but it's down to 20. Yes, Mr. Staten. The third and final one that you actually fight. Yeah, that's a slight big level jump compared to the grunts outside that had like early to mid 30 Pokemon compared to high 30, making it so that somehow I can't even do half damage. to a fucking Golbat, yet it can crit me for about half of mine. And no, because of it being AI, it's gonna crit me again. Okay, maybe not. I guess this commander knows about evolution properly. I mean, yes, it may not have a crowbar, but it has a toxic crate that is extremely susceptible to any form of a psychic move. You can have things like all you want, it's the wrong generation to be using that. Mine is fucked up there because I thought it was going 2-3-2 instead of 2-3-3. Not that mad, because you know. No new move. And even if it did learn a move, it won't be a good move. You can do that all you want, it's not gonna matter much against surf. You're just gonna be drowning to death. And also, how is that Bonzo not a Bonzo? It's the correct level to be, and yet it isn't. You have offended them. I can see why you're trying to defy us. Yet you, or you are just weak. But I only like one of your members, Mars. That's literally it. And that's only slightly because one may use a Purgly. Only has a buy you time? Yeah, that's fine. Apparently you will never be able to stem the flow of time. Not even with you! No one won. The Galactic will get the free legendary Pokemon of the lakes. With that power we will create an entirely new universe. By now Mars should have captured the Pokemon of Lake Verity. And you somehow disappeared. The Galactic, the number one syndicate in the world that defies it to defy the universe. Is it now? So what you aim to take us all on Dreamworld. It's huge in number. Even the three other members should be near to at least that. That's right. Yeah, I know. You just giving me clues as to where they are, even though I already knew them. Played you for a child and made this price for my arrogance. However, you're much too late. The Galactic's already found the sunken island under the lake. And the Pokemon that lay in it. Well, what do you... Well, I don't know. How about what do you think? God, where the fuck do you go apart from prison after all of this is said and done? Because where actually do the grunts go? Or even the commanders themselves? Yes, I know that it's like not worth saying. But at the same time, it's still like, did some of them escape? Do some of them attempt to rebuild Team Galactic? Do others just hand themselves in? Because there's been many stories of like a main team has disbanded. I mean, you get to see where most of them go, where it's usually the leaders end up being in prison, a few grunts. The rest end up escaping or being allowed to start anew. But for this case, wouldn't all of them go to prison? Because they're all loyal to Team Galactic and trying to create a new universe by trying to kidnap legendaries. It may not be as ruthless as Team Rocket trying to kill off literally, well, quite a few Pokemon, or well, cut off our like, I think that's the main one. I know that killed off a few more. But I guess Team Flare's the one that would be the ones attempting to kill everyone. Then you have Plasma, there's like Pia in Pokemon form, quite literally. Wait, did I even go to the right place? No! Great, that means I'm gonna do even more cycling. Onto a route that I really am not want to remember. Oh, okay. Oh, and I didn't think you'd be here. Yep, Lucas is fucking terrible. Because for some reason the assistant always is terrible. So that we're having to essentially do his job for him. Okay, we're going to the easy shop. Also on the Glamio from the ball on the Kogan. And it doesn't look like we're being outsped. Well, I mean, Kogan didn't use Sucker Punch, and I don't think either of them are faster than a Lucario and a Magnezone. I could be wrong. Oh, right, you exist. Well, if you don't use acrobatics or Echoda, you're fine. Or I'm just faster than you anyways. Because you're only level 33. And that Pokemon is not even the lowest level of the team. Oh, I would normally want to give it close combat, but Aura Sphere is so good, I am not gonna give it. Okay, based on that situation, I'll put Zaka 2 in, because he's not been used as a scissor at all. I mean, technically was used for that one battle, but didn't exactly do much. And also, I moved the wrong Pokemon, because I want Magnezone to be out first, or the Zapper. More Galactic Grunts? Oh, and because of their position, they can't do Pro Ball. Well, Pro Balls that Chuck Conroy coined back in Emerald. That Team Aqua does occasionally if you get the sprites the right way. Okay, seriously, where's the Skuntank and where's the Houndoom? don't care if the grunts are the right level. Because I can't get a stunky at all. So whether they find one. Guessing it was traded to them? Oh, I thought they just straight up swapped places. But technically on different Pokemon, they didn't. God damn it. I do need to go to the military so I can get Bullet Punch. Mainly so that I can have 60 base power priority move on Sizzle. Then it'll be great. Galactic Run, Galactic Run. My mind's gone orbital. That guy's a bonus. It's epic tragedy. Okay, Stacey, you talk a bit too fast here. And now Mars, the face. It brings back bad memories. Yes, of a Piplup demolishing your Pugly. I will bring it back. I'm talking about the moment. Yes, I know. I got a whole lot of trouble for that little incident. What's with that look on your face? You do remember me, don't you? Well, I do, but I don't know if Dawn does. Fine, whatever. I'll tell you who I am again. I'm Mars, one of the team. I can't say things correctly. What the fuck is wrong with me? I am one of Team Galactic's commanders. So what is it? I use a lovey-dovey couple to the rescue and I still can't say anything. Not a chat, not even a teeny one. You're all going down. Dun 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 dun. Bring out the Purgly, or not, just bring out the fucking Bronzor that I can just stick in with, because the fuck is a Bronzor gonna do? It's weak as shit. I already used one and I hated using it. See? Oh, Purgly, how about I just send the Emperor out once again? Oh, maybe level 40. I'm higher leveled. But you still have Fake Out, even though he was gonna do only 9 damage. And I know 112 speed is something that most people are gonna be forgetting, because even I forget it. And of course it has Hypnosis, but I don't think you even have any form of a move to combat Steel, Mars. I mean, if Slash is all you got, then bring it on. Even if somehow a Stab Surf didn't KO a Purgly. And it is done. How about I just bring more bad memories again and again? Yeah, I just reinforce the bad memories you already had. Lost again. So first when works on now late version, that I owe you for. Shouldn't be happening to Team Galactic's commander. Calm down, Mars. I've done my part in all of this. My mission was to transform the Lynx Pokemon to our HQ. That's right, I've accomplished my mission without a problem. Well, except the part of beating me, cause you ain't fucking done that. Team, we're putting out the buzzers way at the HQ. Pokemon with 3 legs are connected somehow. Exercise understanding that Lake Valor, a cavern appeared here. It was a cavern where the Pokemon Mesprit slept. Appeared. Okay, well, Mesprit appeared in full caps. 2. Probably to go over his friends. Yeah, as over, Nukesy, no one fucking wonder. That worked out well for us. It was super easy to catch. Now I've got them all, Mesprit, the being of emotion. Azov, the being of willpower. And Nukesy, the being of intelligence. Now that we have them all, you can look forward to what plans the Galactic has for them. I see this also occurred on Lake Valor. Another energy Pokemon was taken away by the evil team. Both of you went over against full-fledged criminals, and I was the only one who did anything good about it. Lucas did fucking nothing. Then again, they always do, regardless of which one you pick. The fact you're unharmed is reason enough to celebrate, but what about Barry? I don't know why you haven't exactly reached there, mainly because I'm pretty sure to even get there in the first place, you actually do need strength. And I'm pretty sure I do have that HM. Be weird if I didn't. So it very much seemed like we didn't need the iron wall at all. Oh, come on. Okay, where actually would be the best place to go from to reach? There's no point, because I do not remember, it's been a while. Well, what we'll do is teach a bit of strength now. It can't? Well, you know what? I'm just gonna catch a Bibel. I have enough quick balls to do it. Don't know why it's flashing. So it's not that I'm able to find them at night. Just hope it won't take too long. Wouldn't surprise me if I go from Celestic Town, then I'll have the best chance of getting to Snow Point. I might not. I'm just gonna have to see which one is the best one. Okay, currently we haven't found it just yet. Okay, I'm pretty sure it is here. What surprised me around like 5%. Well, I mean, I didn't check what round this was. 208, okay. %20 of the time? Really? And yet I can find the Curnia more often than a Bibao. How is that possible? Okay, why can't I get rid of a fucking ad? Nope, still can't find one because I'm finding a 10% Zubat in here and yet not a 20% Bibao. What the fuck has happened? Ah, instead we find the fucking Bidoof that's also 20%. And yet not its evolution. The best HM slave around. Oh, come on. I'm pretty sure I found every other Pokemon that's findable here. Like in Platinum, quite literally, because Psyduck, Machop, and Murtai are only in Diamond and Pearl. But yeah, I quite literally have found every other Pokemon here except Bibao. Because I can find the 15%, the 10%, and the other 20%, and yet not the 20% I give a shit about. Nope, I'm listening to the sound and I still can't fucking get it. Clearly someone was lying when it says 20, or I just have terrible luck. Oh, come on. Wait, you can get Tyro Kid? Diamond and Pearl? With the Pokeradar? But also Zangoose here if you have the, well, Ruby in the dual slot. Finally found one, fucking hell. There we go. And now I'll name it what I named. The Bibao. So also now fly to over here, because it might be my best shot of actually going to the location I want to go to. Wouldn't surprise me if defog is around there, because I know it is at some point, but I don't know if that's for when you're going to Spirit Pillar. I really do not know. And there's a citrus berry? I mean, I have Pokemon for default, but because of how HMs end up working, it's like, oh, just to sort none of everything out, you need to have only 14 members. Because I mean, at least with black and white it was sorted so that you could do a full team and not have to worry about HMs at all, because everything was optional. I mean, HMs is one problem with Gen 4 that everyone points out. If they just reduce at least some of the amount that was necessary to beat the game, then great. And also made it so that surf is no longer nerfed. Like, remove cut, because I feel like that's not necessary. Make a lot of the HM's TMs, because I know Rock Smash was made as a TM. Or just not have that altogether, just essentially have it so that it's with any punching move can destroy a rock. This could just be like, you know, push any any Pokemon that would be large enough to push a boulder. That, well, defog could be done by just having a flying type Pokemon flap its wings to, you know, get rid of it all. This is absolutely unnecessary. These two I'd say still keep it. Waterfall could just be done with a water type Pokemon. And I'll just fast forward getting all these berries, because it's a bit on the boring side now, isn't it? And I guess also more trainers to grind upon. Okay, that sounded weird. I know what the content is, but I'm content is but more trainers to fight, which essentially just is grinding, which is but slightly faster grinding than doing only wild battles. Basically, oh, cards, but I think the purple line just gives me a TM. Why do you just only have Bronzongs? Bronzong is right there. Another one? Why? Like I said, which team do you give me though? If you're gonna just say you're strong over and over again. Don't remember that one. Unless it's recycle. Oh, Psycho. I'm pretty sure there is a move quite literally named the Cycle. Would not surprise me if there is. Quagong? Really? Anyone else on this route? And then there's like one more. Oh, there's you. And also the item in the middle of that grassy patch, but seriously, where are the others? Okay, level 42. Only 2 in hit points. Come on. But at least every team member's now 42 and above. And also once it's bad, I'm gonna have to go in the shower. Quickly, to come on. Apply to repel. If I can get it without fucking anything up, that is. And okay, nothing else. This round is really small. I know it's on the other side of a bloody cavern, but come on. Now I can actually save here and go in the shower.
I am back for literally no one. Because no one has said anything. Because if it's going to continue this way, I could just stop at like 10:30. Which is earlier than I normally would, but don't have the greatest energy right now. And with no one to talk to, the energy is even less. But we'll just go through the rest of Mount Coronet to find the foggy room that I refuse to get a Pokemon with default for, because I already have one, I just don't want it on my fucking team. Because I'm pretty sure I can just entirely skip the room, go into here to find where a certain Reggie would be, i.e. Regice. Just to realise that I didn't have to do much to get here. And also I'm pretty sure I know where Ice Beam is, by remembering I know it's rock climb, so it could easily be that. I'm wondering when the repel was gonna run out. And now to find the first ice type trainer properly. Because you really think they'd have anything else when they're massive coats and named Ace Trainer Maria? Oh wait, no, they have a fucking Golduck instead. Luckily I still have the Zapper out. And I think it's unaffected by the hail, because it's steel type. Unless that's only ice types. Okay, it is affected. Which means I don't have any that are unaffected by the hail, because no ice and steel type existed, and even if that wasn't the case, I wouldn't want it anyways, unless it's a Lone and Sand Slash. Oh my god, what's wrong with my foot? I know it's like wet and everything, but it's like, it feels like it's got way too much sweat on it. Which I know is disgusting, luckily you can't see it. If you could, I would apologize greatly. Because only really disgusting people for some reason are sexually attracted to the feet. Cause I'm burned because Will-O-Wisp exists, not exist. Doesn't entirely make sense. Oh, no, pseudo Willow. I feel like I haven't seen you in this region at all. I mean, you're weak and slow. No wonder why hardly anyone uses you. If there's a reason you got baby Pokemon, I don't know why. Because you kind of end up forgetting that it is a baby Pokemon when Bonsai was made in Gen 4 and Sudowoodo in Gen 2, only because it appears like once in Gen 2 and then if not all in Gen 3. And then Gen 4, oh, baby Pokemon, but you don't always remember it. Because, of course, most baby Pokemon end up being really weak. And then Sudowoodo was still weak even for fully evolved Pokemon because it came from Gen 2. Where there's already a lot of weak Pokemon. Seriously, if you look at it, a lot of the Pokemon are weak. Either because there's quite a few baby Pokemon introduced, or they just straight up are. Yes, you're gonna have the exceptions, like Sizzle, Tyranitar, Kingdra, Steelix, Skarmory. But I mean, Girafarig is not the strongest. Oh, the others. But yeah, Ladian and Ariados definitely aren't. I mean, every generation always has like that one fully evolved Pokemon that is still weak. Gen 2 just ends up being the most prevalent of them all. Because it introduced 100. A lot of the Pokemon, well, I feel like a substantial amount of Gen 2 Pokemon was a combination of evolutions of Gen 1 Pokemon or baby Pokemon of Gen 1 Pokemon. I know that may seem like a lot, but then you realize Porygon 2 was in Gen 2, as well as Kingdra, Slowking, Steelix. Oh, I'm trying to think of more. Why can I not think of more? But also the baby Pokemon, I can end up thinking of more. More of those. I guess I can only think of the Gen 4 new evolutions. Because Nextvi, Magmortar, not the Jinx one, because that wasn't made at all. They could have done it to just redeem Jinx at least. Viperia, Gliscor, Frostlass, Licky Licky, Tangrowth, Mamoswine. Quite a few in Gen 4, but Gen 2 was the one that probably did start it. And also Crobat for Gen 2, how did I forget about that? Oh wow, this Tropius really can't do anything against me. It can try, but it's gonna fail at everything. Because flying's resisted, and also grass is quad resisted. And when the flying would actually be neutral, because bugs weak to it. Even though you think of it as a steel type, so like, you know, if every physical move just can't affect it. I really want to get into the house. Okay, we're kind of close to, well, the 7th gym because there's just up more. But I'm still wanting to fight the rest of the trainers first. We still don't have a fire type move. We do have steel though, which is super effective against it, but not every Pokemon knows a steel type move. And I also haven't gone back to the fucking move reminder to get Bullet Punch. Once I get to the 7th gym, I will. And also, I need to sort out my nails. Jesus. Yeah, this is a level of commentary I've got here when I've got no one to talk to, and this isn't for Let's Play. It technically is a Let's Play, but it's usually one of a more communal one.
Dust gloves. Okay, yeah, Plug Green's the best option because dark bulbs. Oh, come on, Will-O-Wisp again? Oh, a Cypher. How do I just deal that with the evolution? Oh, Cypher being Sizzle, which is somehow a Pokemon I forgot to list when I was mentioning Gen 2 evolutions. I don't know how I fucked that up when I'm using one and I knew it'd be faster than me, but at the same time, the Cypher can't do much. It just can't. I'm just that buff. I mean, not when it's using X Scissor, which stab it may have, but it's quad resisted because I'm pretty sure Bug resists itself. I don't know if it does. I know Steel resists it, but I'm guessing if it was quad resisted, it would do way less damage. And yeah, I might as well keep it to this. If I'm seeing no one come in here before 10:30, I'm ending the stream. Normally wouldn't, but it's a Friday. But my heart doesn't want to be in it for some reason. Oh, Melee, what? Why are you here out of fucking nowhere? And now the Blitz is fucking activated. How are you finding this, Melee? I know you're fine time, and you can train yourself to withstand this weather much easier. But I'd like to know how you did it. Where's the point where the blizzard just stops? Okay, here it's just like fleeting snow, and now it's wanting to speed up. And there we go. So it's like suddenly ramps up into that, which is like, I can barely even see the fucking screen now, because it's white upon white upon white. The snow on the ground, the snow on the trees, and the fucking blizzard. Then again, I'd end up seeing a lot worse if it was like a colour within another colour within another colour, regardless which one it is. Did I really just like lose half my health in like one go? Because it does look like it. Of course I'm burned because everything I fucking have is slower than a level 40 magma that wants to use Will-O-Wisp immediately. What is this? I don't know how this is even happening when it's in snow, meaning that you'd think extreme temperatures mean heat's essentially nothing. I still need to use that potion that I had from Jubilife that you just will not always acknowledge. And I guess I can use the rest of my Milk. And then I mention what's the combat problem. Not many people are the greatest fans of this. I mean, if I was able to walk faster, then I'd say it's fine. Because there's gonna be one point when you go so slow and we manage to actually find a blue shard. And I'm pretty sure I can get rock climb up this way. Oh, wait, not this way directly, but past it. Yeah, now we're at the point of I'm moving really slow. Totally haven't seen anything like this where I'm from, because I'm not in the north of Canada. Or even just anywhere that gets blizzards. One and pretty sure, but still slow. And now it gets to the point of being really slow. But we're essentially covered in fucking snow. Jesus Christ! I could but speed up on, but this is mostly to emphasize that when Gen 4 remakes, this shouldn't be in this state. Should still be snow, but not the point where you're moving 1 mile an hour. And have no chance of running, you just walked it fucking everywhere. Oh god, I feel like I've seen a lot of lawns. Just seems to be a common thing, and no form of acrobat can only bother to train their Golbell with happiness or something. Like, I know he's only a kid, but even with the rock galactic grunts, just nothing. Only the weaker version. Only the one that was considered powerful enough to be fully evolved in Gen 1, and then nowhere else apart from Let's Go, and also Fire Red Leaf Green. But in every other game was, well, not considered fully evolved. Well, okay, for Fire Red Leaf Green it wasn't until post game, and Let's Go was for some reason entirely. Because for some reason they couldn't be bothered to just make Gen 2 and 4 new evolutions. There's a rock climb that HM out there, like somewhere, like up there. I now have it, and I can only use it after the 7th gym, which means as soon as the 7th gym is beaten, I can get Ice Beam. Totally hasn't taken me absolutely forever to get here. And that will be helpful. want I can actually get the fucking move. Except that's not possible yet. Also, I'm pretty sure no ice types, to my knowledge, like, deal with steel types at all. Because ice and fire would be like the only one I can think of ice and fire. I've got to imagine how long ice and fire took to be made. Oh, and also this boulder, because with ice, is quite actually the first place you're actually able to get Glacier. Seriously. It's how bad they fucked up that you have to wait for almost 7 badges to get Glaceon. And yet, with its opponent, Leafeon, yeah, you can get that just before second gym. I mean, I do love Leafeon, but for the ones who wanted Glaceon, they got shut out. Yeah, well, with chokes, I've seen that as a common thing in this place.
Riolu! I was not expecting to see a Riolu here. You know, I was expecting Lucario, because you see a Lucario even before a Riolu, which is a bit bizarre. But okay, I'll go with it. And are we finally out of the fucking dredge that is the fake snow into another fucking battle? But yeah, I've just been sweeping through a lot of this. Even without Bullet Punch, surprisingly. Even though we'll get it, because then I can have another stab move and more type coverage. For rock types, because otherwise I've got nothing. Oh, come off it. How are you that bulky, Sea-King? You are not that bulky to stop an 80 base power stab move. You just are not. And even if I don't hit you, you're still going down. I'm not wanting to be in these staying because I'm expecting to hit myself in confusion because I have that type of bad luck. Yeah, Bond is still slow. Because I haven't even put the click on any of them. You'd think I would have by this rate. And yes, I haven't. And somehow I still don't have that headbook because I don't know how many shards I need to be able to get it. Because it doesn't say it, just because when I went to the tutor, it was just like, okay, what do you want me to teach your Pokemon? Oh, this move? Oh no, you need more blue shards. How many blue shards do I need though? You can't just say that I need more and not say how many I need. That's equivalent of like saying, okay, you need to pay up. What happens does it cost? Oh, I'm not telling you that. And I'm skipping through this. And I've also decided possibly in 7 minutes I'll end it because well, my plan is to sort out the Mew tutor stuff and then end it here. Because I have been streaming for about 2 hours and 25 minutes. There's the main lanes here. Every month time it does. But then again, you can't. Okay, Ice and Psychic is kinda fine. Well, it's like anything for Ice trying to combat fine is difficult because it's like, well, okay, Ghost can just make it immune, but at the same time, Ghost can't do entirely that much to Fine itself. Flying means that the rock moves that Fine type's gonna learn is now quad weak. Psychic, well, doesn't help anything because it just brings on more weaknesses. Mainly of Bug, Dark, and Ghost. Yes, quickly. I know I haven't exactly healed and all. Yeah, all these may seem good, well, some of them, but Bullet Punch goes up to 60 base power, and is priority. Getting rid of Slash, because it was not even good to me as a Cypher, because I just could not get the crits. I think that's the most I wanted to do, really. So now I can fly back. And end the stream, because no one is here. And I normally would want to stream for 5 hours, but no energy. So, I will save it, and as soon as it ends, the stream itself will end. So, long pause here. Ciao for now.